Boom! Hey, it's me, Thundercloud, here in the Seahorse Medicine Cafe at the Australian Poetry Hall of Fame in Guyra. Welcome to a Chillin Tuesday Valentines love special. Well, if there's one topic that most poets have written something about at least once, it would have to be love. There are thousands and hundreds of thousands of poems out there written to people, all dedicated to love. And tonight, as part of Chillin Tuesday's Valentine's Day special, I'm going to be focusing on the love poems from the little book of love poems, this book of love poems, and some of Rumi's verses. But as well as that, here at Chillin Tuesday, I'm going to be doing some of my own love poems from the book Love in Nimbin, which you can get on Amazon if you go there and search Love in Nimbin by Thundercloud Riparian. That's me. Yeah. And so let's get the show on the road. I'm going to start with one out of here tonight. We'll start with a bit of a song for you. So yeah, let's hit the road. This credit to Mikey Bow for this music here. This is Kenny the Television Evangelist. From my book, Love in Nimbin. Well, I turned on the morning TV and I started to stare. The television evangelist, he was standing there. He stood in front of the crowd of many. This television evangelist's name was Kenny. Kenny yelled out, "You'll be in trouble and strife if you don't believe in love, you won't have eternal life." Well, I looked at Kenny and I started to think, what does this man mean in the suit that's pink? Believe or be love, be evil or be life. I think he means be loving your life. Be loving your life will be well, be evil, you make your life live in hell. Oh, listen to Kenny and I'll listen quite well. He said, if you don't be love, your life will be hell. Well, I thought once again about what Kenny said, and it made a lot of sense inside of my head. Why be unhappy and angry and mad when you can be joyful, ecstatic, happy and glad and loving and caring and awesome and kind? Believe, be loved, said Kenny in his lines. If you be loved, you'll have eternal life, just like Jesus did, and just like my wife, because she believes in love and she believes in wildlife, said Kenny, and that is the belief of my wife. Well, I listened to Kenny up there in his pink suit with his brill cream hair. He looked quite a fook in front of many people evangelised. It was making sense to me. It was making me smile. Kenny looked cool in his brill cream hair, in his pastel pink suit as he stood up there in Church of the Love with a very big steeple. Well, you know, with a lot of people. I'm not saying that you have to be Catholic or a Christian or a Jew or even a Muslim or a Buddhist Hindu. All you gotta do is be love and believe that being love is so nice and make your life heaven just like Kenny's wife. Something like that. Yeah. All you gotta do is be love and believe that being love is so nice and make your life heaven just like my wife, said Kenny. None of this trouble and strife. Loving your life. We'll be seeing you later. Boom! Alright, let's move on. Thank you to Mikey Bow. for his rhythm there. That's ripped off YouTube, so yeah, big up to him. Check it out. I'll put the link to it in the description. Right, moving on from my love in one of my Love in Nimbin poems, up the back of the book, that one is. We're going to move into some more serious stuff now. The Book of Love Poems. Let me wet my whistle. Now, have you given this a thumbs up? Can you please do it now? It really helps. Now, in the comments, just underneath, write the word love. Go on and put a heart next to it. Love poetry, even better. Put love poetry, because we know you love poetry. Of course you love poetry, because it's a book of love poems. That's where we're starting tonight. All right, this one from the Brockhampton Library, Brockhampton Press in London, was compiled in 1996, and it goes all the way back to the 1500s. In fact, it goes all the way back to Homer, not Homer Simpson, 750 BC. Yeah. So I'll be reading out of this tonight, and yeah, here we go. Let's begin with the beginning poem. And I've got some Robert Browning here that I thought particularly beautiful. The first one, Robert Browning, Song. Nay, but you, who do not love her, is she not pure gold, my mistress? Holds earth aught speak truth above her? Aught like this tress, see and this tress? And this last fairest tress of all, so fair, see, ere I let it fall. Because you spend your lives in praising, to praise your search the wide world over. So why not witness calmly gazing, if earth holds aught speak truth above her? Above this tress and this I touch, but cannot praise, I love so much. Robert Browning, Song. The next one is also by Robert Browning, Meeting at Night. The grey sea and the long black land, and the yellow half moon, large and low, and the startled little waves that leap in fiery ringlets from their sleep, as I gain the cove with pushing prow, and quench its speed in slushy sand. Then a mile of warm sea-scented beach, 3 fields to cross till a farm appears, a tap at the pane and a quick sharp scratch, a blue spurt of a lighted match, and a voice less loud through its joys and fears than the 2 hearts beating, each to each. Robert Browning, Meeting at Night. The next one, again a Robert Browning poem, A Woman's Last Word. Let's contend no more, love, strive nor weep, all be as before, love, only sleep. What so wild as words are, I and thou, in debate as birds are, hawk on bough? See the creature stalking while we speak, hush and hide the talking, cheek on cheek. What so false as truth is, false to thee? Where the serpent's tooth is, shun the tree. Where the apple reddens, never pry, lest we lose our Edens, even I. Be a god and hold me with a charm. Be a man and fold me with thine arm. Teach me, only teach love as I ought. I will speak thy speech, love, think thy thought. Meet, if thou require it, both demands, laying flesh and spirit in thy hands. That shall be tomorrow, not tonight. I must bury sorrow out of sight. Must a little weep, love, foolish me, and so fall asleep, love, loved by thee. Now we move on to Robert Burns first, before I go on to Lord Byron. Okay, Highland Mary, and in order to do this, I have to put on a bit of a Scottish accent to get the rhyming correct, actually, because it was written with a Scottish inflection, Scottish words. Robert Burns lived very long ago. Ye banks and braes and streams around the castle of Montgomery. Green be your woods and fair your flowers, your waters never drummeling. There summer first unfold her robes, and there the longest tarry. For there I took the last farewell, o my sweet Highland Mary. How sweetly bloomed the gay green birk, how rich the hawthorn's blossoms, as underneath their fragrant shade I clasped her to my bosom. The golden hours on angel wings flew over me in my dearie, for dear to me, ma's light and life, was my sweet Highland Mary. And this is where it gets sad. We mony a vow and looked embrace, our parting was full tender, and pledging oft to meet again, we tore ourselves asunder. But oh, fell death's untimely frost, that nipped my flower early, now greens the sod and coats the clay, that wraps my Highland Mary. Oh, pale, pale now those rosy lips, I oft hae kissed sae fondly, and closed for aye the sparkling glance that dwelt on me sae kindly. And mouldering now in silent dust that heart that loved me dearly, but still within my bosom's core shall live my Highland Mary. Such a sad poem, really, but a beautiful poem all the same. All right, the next one I'm going to do for you, and it's the last one from here, by The Message by John Donne. Send home my long strayed eyes to me, which oh too long have dwelt on thee. But if they there have learnt such ill, such forced fashions and forced passions that they be, made by thee, fit for no good sight, keep them still. Send home my harmless heart again, which no unworthy thought could stain. But if it be taught by thine to make jestings or protestings, and break both word and oath, keep it still, 'tis none of mine. Yet send me back my heart and eyes, that I may know and see thy lies, and may laugh and joy when thou art in anguish and dost languish for someone that no one, or prove as false as thou dost now. Yeah, a lovely poem. All right, now I move on to the Little Book of Love Poems. this book here, edited by Esme Hawkes, published by Paragon, is divided into, well, in 2002, is divided into 4 sections: desire, courtship, contentment, and loss. And I've selected a few poems from desire and some from contentment, including a bit of Shakespeare. But I'm going to start again with Robert Burns and one of his most famous Robert Burns poems. Now, Robert Burns was born in 1759 and died in 1796, so he didn't even live to 40. 36, 30, yeah, something like that. 33, 37. This is a red, red rose. Oh, my love's like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love's like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. As fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and I will love thee still, my dear, till all these seas gang dry. Till all the seas gang dry, my dear, and the rocks melt with the sun, I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands of life shall run. And fare thee well, my only love, and fare thee well a while, and I will come again, my love, though it were 10,000 mile. A Red, Red Rose by Robert Burns. The next one is Upon Julia's Clothes by Robert Herrick. He was born in Robert Herrick, 1591 to 1674. Upon Julia's Clothes. When as in silks my Julia goes, then methinks how sweetly flows that liquefaction of her clothes. Next, when I cast mine eyes and see that brave vibration each way free, oh, how that glittering taketh me. Robert Herrick, 1591 to 1674, Upon Julia's Clothes. The next one by Mary Monk, 1677 to 1715, Fire Us with Ice. As Croydon went shivering by, Sylvia a ball of snow let fly, which straight a globe of fire became, and pushed the shepherd in a flame. Cupid now breaks the darts and bow, Sylvia can all thy feats outdo. Fire us with ice, burn us with snow. Mary Monk, Fire Us with Ice. The next one, oh, this is the one by Homer, not Homer Simpson. Not him. This is Homer from 750 before Christ, approximately. And this is from his Hymn to Venus. Her sparkling necklace first he laid aside, her bracelets next, and braided hair untied. And now his busy hand her zone embraced, which girt her radiant robe around her waist. Her radiant robe at last aside was thrown, whose rosy hue with dazzling lustre shone. The Queen of Love the youth thus disarrayed, and on a chair of gold her vestments laid, and chases now so Jove and fate ordained, the sweet extreme of ecstasy attained. Homer, From Him to Venus. The next one by Percy Bysshe Shelley. Oh, lift me. Oh, lift me from the grass. I die, I faint, I fail. Let thy love and kisses rain on my lips and eyelids pale. My cheek is cold and white, alas, my heart beats loud and fast. I'll press it to thine own again, where it will break at last. Oh, lift me. Percy Bysshe Shelley. Here we go. This is another one, a very old one by Sappho, 600 BC approximately. Blest as the immortal gods is he. Blessed as the immortal gods is he, the youth who fondly sits by thee, and hears and sees thee all the while, softly speak and sweetly smile. 'Twas this deprived my soul of rest, and raised such tumults in my breast. For while I gazed in transport tossed, my breath was gone, my voice was lost. My bosom glowed, the subtle flame ran quick through all my vital frame. O'er my dim eyes a darkness hung, my ears with hollow murmurs rung. In dewy damps my limbs were chilled, my blood with gentle horror thrilled. My feeble pulse forgot to play, I fainted, sank, and died away. Sappho, blessed as the immortal gods is he. Here we go. William Shakespeare's Sonnet 113. Since I left you, mine eye is in my mind, and that which governs me about to go about. I might start that again. Sonnet 113, William Shakespeare. Since I left you, mine eye is in my mind, and that which governs me to go about doth part his function and is partly blind, seems seeming, but effectually is out. For it no form delivers to the heart of bird, of flower, or shape which it doth latch. Of his quick objects hath the mind no part, nor his own vision holds what it doth catch. For if it see the rudest or gentlest sight, the most sweet favour of deformed creature, the mountain or the sea, the day or night, the crow or dove, it shapes them to your feature. Incapable of more, replete with you, my most true mind thus maketh mine untrue. William Shakespeare. The next one, Mary Elizabeth Coleridge, A Moment. The clouds had made a crimson crown above the mountains high. The stormy sun was going down in a stormy sky. Why did you let your eyes rest so on me and hold your breath between? In all the ages this can never be, as if it had not been. A Moment, Mary Elizabeth Coleridge. Next one is an Emily Dickinson one. So we're moving now in from desire to contentment. Emily Dickinson, her breast is fit for pearls. Her breast is fit for pearls, but I was not a diver. Her brow is fit for thrones, but I have not a crest. Her heart is fit for home, I a sparrow build there. Sweet of twigs and twine, my perennial nest. And the final one that I've got here in the little book of love poems. Well, yeah, I don't know if you know, but I got a sister and her name's Sally, and this is by Henry Carey. He was born in 1687, died in 1743, and it's Sally in Our Alley, and it's a little song. Of all the girls that are so smart, there's none like pretty Sally. She's a darling of my heart, and she lives in our alley. There is no lady in the land is so half sweet as Sally. She's a darling of my heart, and she lives in the alley, in our alley. Her father, he makes cabbage nets, and through the streets does cry 'em. Her mother, she sells laces long to such as please to buy 'em. But such sure folks could ne'er beget so sweet a girl as Sally. She's a darling of my heart, and she lives in our alley. When she is by, I leave my work, I love her so sincerely. My master comes like any Turk, and bangs me most severely. But let him bang his belly full, I'll bear it all for Sally, for she's a darling of my heart, and she lives in our alley. Of all the days that's in the week, I dearly love but one day, and that's the day that comes betwixt a Saturday and Monday. For then I'm dressed in all my best to walk around with Sally. She's the darling of my heart, and she lives in our alley. My master carries me to church, and often I am blamed, because I'll leave him in the lurch, and soon as text is named, I'll leave the church in sermon time, and slink away to Sally. She's the darling of my heart, and she lives in our alley. When Christmas comes around again, then I shall have money. I hoard it up in box and all, and give it to my honey. And would it were 10,000 pounds, I'd give it all to Sally. She's a darling of my heart, and she lives in our alley. My master and the neighbours all make a game of me and Sally, but for her I had better be a slave and row a galley. But when my 7 long years are out, well then I'll marry Sally. Oh, then we'll wed and then we'll bed, but not in our alley. By Henry Carey. Yes, Sally in our alley. Sally alley. Okay, now I've got a few from Rumi here next, who is very well known as one of the Persian love poets, but not too many from Rumi Doomy. Being a lover. On being a lover, there's a bit of prose for you. Being a lover is close to being a worker. When the ruby becomes the sunrise, its transparency changes to a daily discipline. There's a story about a Sufi who rips his robe and gives it the name Faraji, which means ripped open, or happiness, or one who brings the joy of being opened. It comes from the stem Faraj, which refers to the genitals, male and female. The Sufi's teacher sees the purity of the name and action, while others notice only his ragged appearance. Peace and compassion come as coverings are thrown open, and the streaming beauty of emotion flows through the lover-worker. Rumi suggests in another poem that being human is a guest house where travellers are welcome and entertained. The work is to be a good host at the caravanserai. The first one, The Sunrise Ruby by Rumi. In the early morning hour, Just before dawn, lover and beloved awake and take a drink of water. She asks, do you love me or yourself more? Really? Tell the absolute truth. He says, there's nothing left of me. I'm like a ruby held up to the sunrise. Is it still a stone or a world made of redness? It has no resistance to sunlight. This is how Holaj said, I am God, and told the truth. The ruby and the sunrise are one. Be courageous and discipline yourself. Completely become hearing and ear, and wear this sun ruby as an earring. Work. Keep digging your well. Don't think about getting off from work. Water is there somewhere. Submit to a daily practice. Your loyalty to that is a ring on the door. Keep knocking, and the joy inside will eventually open a window. And look out to see who's there. The next one is Water from Your Spring by Rumi. What was in that candle's light that opened and consumed me so quickly? Come back, my friend. The form of our love is not a created form. Nothing can help me but that beauty. There was a dawn, I remember, when my soul heard something from your soul. I drank water from your spring and felt the current take me. You Sweep the Floor by Rumi. The Lord of Beauty enters the soul as a man walks into an orchard in spring. Come into me, that way again. Light the lamp in the eye of Joseph. Cure Jacob's sadness. Though you never left, come and sit down here and ask, why are you so confused? Like a fresh idea in an artist's mind, you fashion things before they come into being. You sweep the floor like the man who keeps the doorway. When you brush a form clean, it becomes what it truly is. You guard your silence perfectly, like a water bag that doesn't leak. You live where shams live, because your heart donkey was strong enough to take you there. You Sweep the Floor by Rumi. Next one, Each Note by Rumi. Advice doesn't help lovers. They're not the kind of mountain stream you can build a dam across. An intellectual doesn't know what the drunk is feeling. Don't go try to figure what those lost inside love will do next. Someone in charge would give up all his power if he caught one whiff of the wine musk from the room where the lovers are doing who knows what. One of them tries to dig a hole through a mountain. One flees from academic honours. One laughs at famous moustaches. Life freezes if it doesn't get a taste of this almond cake. The stars come up spinning every night, bewildered in love. They'd grow tired with that revolving if they weren't. They'd say, how long do we have to do this? God picks up the reed flute world and blows. Each note is a need coming through one of us, a passion, a longing pain. Remember the lips, where the wind breath originated, and let your note be clear. Don't try to end it. Be your note. I'll show you how it's enough. Go up on the roof at night in this city of the soul. Let everyone climb on their roofs and sing their notes. Sing loud. Buoyancy by Rumi. Love has taken away my practices and filled me with poetry. I tried to keep quietly repeating, no strength but yours, but I couldn't. I had to clap and sing. I used to be respectable and chaste and stable, but who can stand in this strong wind and remember those things? A mountain keeps an echo deep inside itself. That's how I hold your voice. I am scrappled, thrown in your fire, and quickly reduced to smoke. I saw you and became empty. This emptiness, more beautiful than existence, it obliterates existence, and yet when it comes, existence thrives and creates more existence. The sky is blue. The world is a blind man squatting on the road. But whoever sees your emptiness sees beyond blue and beyond the blind man. A great soul hides like Muhammad or Jesus, moving through a crowd in a city where no one knows him. To praise is to praise how one surrenders to the emptiness. To praise the sun is to praise your own eyes. Praise the ocean, we say a little ship. So the sea journey goes on, and who knows where. Just to be held by the ocean is the best luck. We could have. It's a total waking up. Why should we grieve that we've been sleeping? It doesn't matter how long we've been unconscious. We're groggy, but let the guilt go. Feel the motions of tenderness around you. The buoyancy. Buoyancy by Rumi. And the last one, the way of love. The way of love is not a subtle argument. The door there is devastation. Birds make great sky circles of their freedom. How do they learn it? They fall, and falling, they're given wings. Right. So we've done the Little Books of Love poems, and we've done Rumi for Valentine's Day. Now I think I've got one more in here, two more in here from my book, Love in Nimbin, which you can get on Amazon. Check it out, buy it, and support a poem and a poet, and you might even learn some poetry. Yeah, it's my first book, Love in Nimbin. What is life? But it is but one storm in all eternity. It is one flash of lightning in the storm, an echo of thunder. It is but one raindrop in the ocean. It's a rainbow after the storm which disappears when the sun sets. It's a misty cloud rising from the morning forest in the sun. What is life? go. I look at you and see love, I said. In love here, I see you, I said. In you I see a place that is love, I said. You are pure love. The entire world is love, I said. I live in this world that is love, I said. I love what is vile, corrupt, ugly, and impure, I said. There is no you. There is no I'll love you if you change, I said. We are both love. You there and me here, I said. I am love around you, I said. I love. I am love. I've got one more for you. Oh, I don't have one more for you. What have I got for you? I've got Kenny, the television evangelist. Do you want to hear that again? Look, it's the end of Chillin Tuesday, the love version for... Oh, well, I do have one here, actually, that I wrote last week. I've got one that I did write. Eternal love. Not a tree. Not a Christian, Muslim, Jew. Let's start that again. Eternal love. Not a tree, not a Christian. Let's begin again. Take 3. Eternal love. Not a tree, not a Christian, Muslim, Jew, or bumblebee. Not a religion or socio-cultural system. Neither southern, northern, nor eastern, nor western, never broken nor beaten. Sprung from the life of one and the unity of two. Breathe deep. Feel me. I am the eternal love that flows from inside you. Let's do that again for you. Eternal love, not a Christian, not a tree, Muslim, Jew, nor bumblebee, not a religion or socio-cultural system, neither southern, northern, or eastern, nor western, never broken nor beaten. Spring from the life of one and the unity of two. Breathe deep. Feel me. I am the eternal love that flows from inside of you. Yeah, that's what eternal love is. All right, what have I got for you? Well, we're done for the show for the week. Hey, well, what about let's finish it off with another bit of that message from Kenny. Yeah? Hey, if you've enjoyed tonight's show, give it a thumbs up. Comment with a heart. Kenny, the television evangelist, from my book, Loving Nimbin. Check it out on Amazon. Here we go. Well, I turned on the morning TV and I started to stare. The television evangelist, he was standing there. He stood in front of a crowd of many. The television evangelist's name was Kenny. Kenny yelled out, "You'll be in trouble and strife if you don't believe in love. You won't have eternal life." Well, I looked at Kenny and I started to think, What does this man mean in the suit that's pink? Believe or beloved? Be evil in your life? I think he means be love in your life. Be love in your life will be well, be evil, you make your life live in hell. I'll listen to Kenny and I'll listen quite well. If you don't be love, your life will be hell. Well, I thought once again about what Kenny said. It made a lot of sense inside of my head. Yeah, a lot of sense. Well, so why be unhappy and angry and mad when you can be joyful, ecstatic and glad, be loving and caring and awesome and kind, said Kenny Beloved in his line. If you be love, you'll have eternal life, just like Jesus did and just like my wife, because she believes in love and she believes in life, said Kenny. That's the belief of my wife. Well, I listen to Kenny there in his pink pastel suit with his brill cream hair. He looked quite a hoot. In front of the church of crowd of many people evangelizing, he was making sense to me. Oh, Kenny was making me smile because Kenny made sense in his brill cream hair and his pastel pink suit as he stood up there in front of the church of thousands of people in the church of love that had this great big steeple. Well, I'm not saying you have to be Catholic, Christian, or a Jew, or even a Muslim or a Buddhist Zen Hindu. No. All you gotta do is just be love and believe that love is so nice and make your life heaven. Just like Kenny's wife. 'Cause she believes in love and she believes in life, said Kenny. And that's the belief of my wife. Yep, that's what Kenny said. All you gotta do is be love and believe that being love is so nice and make your life heaven. Just like Kenny's wife. Why make life trouble and strife when you can make life a lot of love like his wife? Alright, I'm out of here and I will see you next. Oh, I'll probably see you tomorrow night for Wednesday Words. Hey, huge announcement by the way before I head off. We have scored here at the Australian Poetry Hall of Fame on the 27th of March the amazing blues guitarist Gwen Ashton. Check it out online. Tickets are available and they're for sale now from $20 for this once in a lifetime experience. Gwen Ashton at the Australian Poetry Hall of Fame in Guyra. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow night for Wednesday Words. Take care. Lots of love. Boom, boom. See you.